Hello, it's me, Sarah Joubert again. I promised you yesterday I'm going to share with you 7 tools to build your internet business with. Today we're going to start off with your product. It's a little bit more than the product, but let's start there. Because once you start with an internet business, the first thing is what are you going to sell? And normally you have no clue. So one place where you can go and start to look for a place to promote somebody else's product is ClickBank. They're designed for this. So you can be sure you're going to get paid. They're very reliable. The system is very good, and they evaluate their products. So when you go into it and you select the product, you can see how much of the product was sold. And that's very important because you must take a product that have a high conversion rate. It's no use that you think you're going to sell Brazilian orchids and 7 people in the world buy it. You must take a product that have a high conversion rate so that you can get your business off the ground. Okay, secondly, how do you decide on the niche? This is very important because when you write your material for marketing, you must come across as enthusiastic about it, and you must come across as knowledgeable about it. Okay. And that builds trust, and then people are more comfortable buying from you. So choose a topic that you're familiar with. Your pets, gardening, books, whatever your interest is. Stay in that field. Just to get yourself familiar with the process of selling, and then you can go on to selling big things, anything basically. But just get into the process, familiarize yourself with it. So choose something that you are comfortable with. So let's say you choose pets. Now how do you know what people want to know about pets? It's very easy. You go into Google search and you put in there dogs and say your area of interest is feeding or breeding, or your dog get lost, or something that people often ask about is how to get the dog quiet because it disturbs the neighbors. So what you do is you put in there dogs, behavior of dogs feeding or something like that, and you try and find a forum or discussion place where they discuss these problems. And then you read through the discussions and you make yourself a list of the problems, of the questions people ask. That's what you're interested in. You're not interested in everything they write. You're interested in the remarks sections. Just read the remarks and read what people ask. Then you take the most asked type of question. Like, say people want to know, my dog is allergic. What do I feed him? Or my dog barks and disturbs the neighbors. What do I do? You take that question and then you write a little article about it. Just general, very nice, but directly addressing that problem. And you put it on your blog. Don't worry about the blog now, we're going to get to it. And now you haven't sold anything yet. Now what you do at the end of the blog, you choose a product that's related to that product. Say the dog get lost, then you suggest the whistle and say, I found that the whistle helped me to find my dog quicker. If you're interested, I will leave you a link below. Say you were talking about dog allergies. Then you can say, I found this food helped for my dog that was allergic to wheat. And then you leave the link. If you can maybe be into gardening and you can sell organic seeds, and you write a blog. First find out, people want to say the people in the forums said they want to have more fruit on their vegetables, or they want to grow them faster. Then you write an article about that, and at the end you say, I personally like to use organic seeds that is not modified. If you are interested, I'll leave you a link below. So it's a very soft sell, and you leave the link below. Don't worry about that button, that is the click thing. We're going to go through all of that later. And then say you were into people that like birds and they wanted more birds in the garden. Then you can write an article about plants they can plant that birds feed on, whatever. At the end you can say, I also found that a bird feeder helped to keep the birds in the garden. If you're interested, here's a link below, and then a couple of nice bird feeders that you sell. You see, it's a very soft way. You've never really sold something. You gave them value, you built the trust before you offered them anything. Now you will say to me, okay, now how do I get the people to my blog? Okay, if you're interested in internet marketing, you definitely have social media. So what you do is on your social media, you will say, do you also have a problem with growing plants that take forever? This is how, do you want to find out how I handled it? Here is the link. Read more on my blog, or something like that. And then you leave your blog link and people can go there. And then we're going to teach you later how to put a landing page in for them to go there so that you know who went there, and you're going to track them or whatever. All very exciting stuff. It sounds very complicated, but it's really easy to do if you know how. And the tools are not very costly either. And all of them basically start with a first 30 days, but that is not where you must start. You must first start with just becoming aware of all of this. Okay, so what you can do now is you can go and sort out your niche before we continue tomorrow. Oh, and there's a very important thing. If you are making use of a place like ClickBank or Warriors or one of those, you must make sure that you fill in your tax form, because if you don't, you won't get paid. So you'll make sales and say, I don't get paid, it doesn't work, they're crooks. And all the time, you won't get paid if the tax is not in place. Okay, that's all for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.